Everyone's in service of the evening. And sometimes people get it wrong, but then we've got security. Peter Kay sent me a text going, I kicked someone out of a show and I feel terrible about it and I must have ruined their evening. I went, dude, twice a night. What are you talking about? And they're all out in front of us. I said, we're all very nervous backstage because, what's the etiquette? What do you say when you meet royalty?
The Queen.
What's the etiquette? And I looked at the Queen and said, just call me Mr. Carr.
Very good.
It's just a romance.
Right.
But it's nice, that thing of like, it's boy meets girl, boy marries cousin. It's your classic English tale.
Over to you, Tills. Who's next?
Well, he's making his screenwriting debut and starring in Fackham Hall, which is in cinemas this Friday. So let's get ready for a ha-ha-ha with a comedy czar that is Jimmy Carr!
What do you think? Do you like this? Yeah, I love it. Okay, it's work in progress. Welcome to work. Isn't it exciting to have work in progress?
And we got Steadicam.
We got a Steadicam. They bought the harnesses on Amazon on Monday night, wasn't it, Stu?
Yeah.
Literally on Amazon. They said these cameras are too heavy. Have you seen the size of those compared to the ones we used to use, Jim?
This will make no difference to the quality of the interview, is all I know. I like it, though.
Yeah.
I like it. Isn't it Stanley Kubrick invented this for The Shining?
Something like that.
I think he did.
Like that, and we're expecting all the awards. By the way, look at this. Look at this. Look what's going on here.
I mean...
It's a permanent ad for your thing whilst we're on.
I can't believe my luck.
Yeah. And here we are to talk about Fackham Hall, Fackham Hall.
It's a good title, right?
The short and the tall. Yes, sir.
It's a good title. It's a gag in the title.
Is there?
Well, we wanted there to be...
I thought it was a snappy title.
Yeah, just the name of the house. We wanted there to be enough jokes in this.
Yeah.
I always get disappointed when you see a comedy movie and all the good jokes are in the trailer.
Listen, you've got to be pleased with the reviews from America.
Oh, yeah. They've been very, very kind.
86% on Rotten Tomatoes. If it's got an 8 in it, as long as it's the first number, not the second number, I'm watching it anyway. I've seen it anyway. They're saying it's a cross between like Naked Gun meets Downton Abbey. There's something else in there which I keep forgetting, but I can't remember what it is.
Well, the idea was to do movie maths and to do sort of Downton Abbey, but to do a Mel Brooks airplane type movie over the top.
Congratulations, Bullseye, my friend.
Good, yeah? You laughed?
Laughed? It's really... Mate, it's the 86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's got some gags in it. It's got some
No,
gags.
it hasn't got some gags in it. Count the gags. You know exactly how many
gags. It's got 297 gags. And there's 30 gags in the trailer, so we'll give away 10%.
No, and that's true. There are 297 jokes.
There are 297 jokes in the film, yeah.
And you had this rule, didn't you, or something, when you were writing it?
Well, the rule when writing it was just like, don't throw the gag away.
No, wasn't there a sort of machine gun rule, like you have to have... Is it
3 gags a minute?
3 gags a minute.
Well, if it's going to be a 90-minute movie, which all comedy movies should be 90 minutes,
yeah,
you don't want to keep people.
No.
And you want a little bit of, so you have a gag every sort of, every 20 seconds, and then you wanted it to be the through line of it. The secret sauce is Richard Curtis.
Right.
Richard Curtis, 4 Weddings and Notting Hill and Love Actually. There's got to be a love story at the centre of a romance, of a comedy movie. Yeah. You need that little through line to get you there.
So tell us about the heart of this as Fackham Hall.
Well, there's just a bit of love at the centre of it. It's just a romance.
Right.
But it's nice, that thing of like, it's boy meets girl, boy marries cousin. It's your classic English tale.
It's got choking Lord of the Manor right at the top.
Yeah.
So let's talk about comedy movies still, because it is a fascinating subject. And, the halcyon days for me, and by the way, not the halcyon days for me of comedy movies were the 80s, because they were the great action films that were also funny. Eddie Murphy, of course, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about comedy movies, of course, is that they didn't have a laugh track like the sitcoms on the TV at the same time did. And so where The Office, the Office said, well, we're not going to have a laugh track because it's just going to be funny. You don't need an audience. It doesn't work. And the better ones, the better TV comedy shows that did work were filmed in front of a live studio audience because they really were laughing.
Well, I think that really demonstrates. People used to think there was canned laughter.
Yeah.
And they used it on a couple of shows in the 1950s. But canned laughter is really not a real thing. Just when you're there in the studio and your favourite show's being played out in front of you like a stage play, you're going to laugh 10 times more than you do at home.
Yes.
So people sort of think it's fake. It's not. It's just that people are together. I've got this theory about Christmas TV.
Come on.
Like, why is Christmas TV the best? Like the Gavin and Stacey Last Christmas. Like everyone loved it. Why? Was it a better show than the rest of Gavin and Stacey? No. It was on at Christmas and we watched it with our families together. And you're 8 to 80 in the room together. Right, sit down, it's on. And we sat and we watched it. And we probably watched it when it went out. It's like, right, it's 8 o'clock. Shush. Shut the dog up. We're watching this, and then you laugh.
Stop snoring, Grandad.
Yeah, you laugh so much more.
Yeah.
And I think as well, the way people watch comedy movies now, my favourite comedy movies, there's none of them I've seen once.
Yeah.
You've got to see them multiple times. So I like to sort of layer in jokes on things. So you go, well, there's a visual joke. There's got to be a sight gag in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
And then they say funny things, and then the situation is funny as well. And I don't like it when they try and sell me something like a comedy drama. I always look at that thing in the Golden Globes, the best comedy or musical.
Dramedy.
A dramedy. You go, no, I want belly laughs.
Yeah.
I want this to... And there's jokes that won't work for people, but there'll be another one along in a minute.
Yeah, no,
There's
I mean,
enough jokes in
well,
there.
or
It's a good
20
hit rate.
seconds.
Yeah.
We're talking about you before you came in, right?
All right,
about
okay,
the
what
fact
have
that
we
you invite heckles. You still do that. You say, okay, let's have a heckle. Come and heckle me.
Well, I like it when people... I think there's we need
You
different
have a
words.
heckle section.
Yeah, we need different... I do it several times in the show, but we need different words for it because I think that's like... Some people just want to play and be funny.
Crowd work.
I don't have a monopoly on a sense of humour.
Right.
Like, I like it when people join in and ask me questions, and sometimes it's serious and sometimes it's fun, and it's often very, very rude. But the idea that you're messing around with people, and I think doing crowd work as well, is you've come out for the evening. I want it to feel special.
Yeah.
And asking a comedian to be funny off the cuff, it's like asking a magician to do real magic.
Oh, tell me about it.
Because you know that the material is pre-prepared.
Yeah,
I always want to have a show that's like, it's ready to go, and there's enough jokes in it that I feel like this is fun. We're going to have a good time anyway, and then see what happens. It keeps it interesting for me because I work a lot, so got to keep it interesting.
Yeah, gosh. And also, if there is any heckles or hecklers simmering in the crowd, they know they've got their moment coming.
Everyone's in service of the evening. Everyone's trying to make it a really fun night for everyone else.
Yeah.
And sometimes people get it wrong, but then we've got security. Don't worry about it.
How often does that happen?
Oh, a lot.
Really?
Oh, my, yeah.
Come on, tell us about that.
Peter Kay sent me a text going, I kicked someone out of a show and I feel terrible about it, and I must have ruined their evening. I went, dude, twice a night. What are you talking about?
Really?
There's some people that, they can't, and I can smell it straight away. Like, okay, just...
It's funny, isn't it? Because Peter's such a sensitive human being, isn't it?
He's amazing.
And he needs talking down from that. But did it work? Did it help?
I don't know whether it helped, but I mean, I think he's sensitive to these things, and I'm like, it's fine. It's combative, and if someone's had too much to drink, they've had too much to drink. We've all been there.
Right, now you are world renowned. I hear you on podcasts all over the world, whilst touring all over the world. In fact, the last time you came on the show, you were on this show, and then the next time I heard you was 12 hours later or 24 hours later on a podcast in America, whilst you were preparing to play a gig at the Hollywood Bowl or something crazy.
Oh yeah,
like
that sounds about right. That
sounds about right. That's the way
a strange old world, isn't
you're
it?
rocking and rolling. Good for you, by the way.
Yeah, fun.
And you are like as good as it gets. And then there's Peter Kay. Right, just tell us about Peter Kay. Tell us from a comedian's point of view how great he is, how unique he is.
I think there's that thing of like, good comedians get laughs, and great comedians get love.
Yeah,
and I think he's sort of this generation's Morecambe and Wise,
and he's both.
In terms of like people really connect in a way that's it feels like, but it's your sense of humour is very, very personal, and I think he appeals to a lot of people. But it's that thing of like, it's a great thing with a comedy as the thing because you escape competition through authenticity. Like, I'm not in the comedy business. Peter Kay's not in the comedy business. We're not even in the entertainment business. I'm in the Jimmy Carr business. He's in the Peter Kay business.
That's so cool.
We're just doing our thing.
Have you ever said that before?
No.
I've never heard you. I've heard you interviewed so many times. I've never heard you say that.
But that's the thing, right?
It's cool, man.
We're in this thing where you go, if you're just yourself, no one's going to beat you at that. And finding your voice is the reason I think comedy is so wonderful as a thing to encourage young people to get into. Because you get to order your thoughts and write them down and find your voice. And it's that thing of like, just go, it'll be all right. I'll be funny. I'll find this. But you get to speak in your authentic voice. And many people, very sad, but many people live and die and they never hear their own voice.
This T-shirt is long enough.
Yeah.
This is a Primark large.
A Primark large?
Yeah.
A fine figure of a man. Fine figure of a man.
Jimmy, you've got to go. You're well over time, and you've got a big lunch today. If you find yourself sitting next to Paul McCartney, what are you going to do then?
Last time I saw Paul McCartney was with Peter Kay.
Right.
We were at the Palace. You remember they did that Jubilee thing with the Queen?
Oh, that Jubilee thing with the Queen?
Well, they phoned me the day before, and somehow they needed someone from Channel 4 to do something. So I had to while Grace Jones was changing her hula hoop and the drum kit was being changed, I had to go out and sort of fill time. So I said,
kill time.
I said we're all very nervous back there. And they're all out in front of us. I said, we're all very nervous backstage because, what's the etiquette? What do you see what do you say when you meet royalty? You know,
The Queen.
What's the etiquette? And I looked at the Queen and said, just call me Mr. Carr.
Very good.
Pretty good line. And then later on, I was like, we're in Buckingham Palace having a couple of drinks. I'm a few in, and I get a tap on the shoulder, and it's Prince William.
Right.
And he went, Mr. Carr.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
So it worked.
Kind of fun, yeah.
Very good.
They went with it. No, last time I met Paul McCartney was at that. I was with Peter Kay in the lineup. He's dressed as a beefeater. I can't remember why. And Paul McCartney's next to us, and we're chatting away, and I'm chatting to Paul McCartney about Blackbird. It's my favourite Beatles song.
Best song ever.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm chatting to him about that and the lyrics of that, and Peter just goes, talk about something normal. And then we ended up chatting about where to get breakfast. Where's the best place to get a vegan breakfast in St John's Wood?
Well, our mutual friend
Right.
Ewan's been on, and I think you might be sitting in between Mrs. You-know-who and Paul McCartney.
Hell of a day.
Have a great lunch, my friend.
Thank you so much for watching the movie as well. You are the best.
It's good.
There's so many people that you come on the show and they haven't seen it, they've watched the trailer. You're so good to me. I really do appreciate it.
There's no
mate.
point in people coming in if I haven't seen or read what they're up to or listened to what they're up to. There's just no point. It's a waste of all our time.
But so many people try and grift it.
Well, good luck with those things. They're not going to be grifting for very long.
Yeah.
Can we hear it, please, for Jimmy Carr, Fackham Hall, everybody.
Good morning.
Fackham Hall, Fackham Hall. The long and the short and the tall. We're very late for the news. Here's the news. That was Jimmy Carr. Goodbye.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with the National Lottery, raising 30 million weekly for good causes because of you.